Bialy, soy whiskey. Let's talk Texas whiskey. Let's talk Milam and Greene bottled and bond. One of the whiskeys that I left off of the competition and note for the top Texas whiskeys of the year for 2024. And the only main reason is, even though it is made by a Texas distillery, Milam and Greene Distillery, it is unfortunately distilled in Kentucky. Now, fortunately for us, it still tastes really good, and so that's why I want to talk about it a little bit. Now, I will say I do have my notes right here in front of me, so let me know if y'all appreciate the notes or just kind of the off-the-cuff flavor profiles, just trying something out. We're still new to all this, so we're going to see what works. This is a very meaty bourbon, if that makes sense. Very herb spice forward, almost like you're prepping a brisket. I got kind of like mustard binder, creme fraiche, petrichor almost, but definitely like a lot of coriander, a lot of black cracked pepper. The black cracked pepper carries over to the palate. It was very spice forward, something almost kind of like, if I don't know how many have had it, but like an habanero paste, minus the super spice or greenness of it, more of just kind of like that thick kind of, again, paste binder kind of that you would use for a brisket or almost as a coverage. It was even almost like chile con carne for those of my folks who, sorry. Finish was kind of short, left me wanting a little bit more, but definitely something that I want to go back to. So I don't think that the short finish was very harmful or hurtful to the whiskey. Very baked breadiness, baking spice, and a flavor profile that's very fresh to my head because we had it this weekend. Is a real nice homemade, just full thick buttered cornbread. This is a phenomenal whiskey. I actually don't know how long it was aged in Kentucky and or Texas, but it obviously is a minimum of 4 years old, 100 proof, and most likely feels kind of like a standard bourbon profile. So I wouldn't think that there's too much craziness going on the grain bill. Also want to highlight this whiskey and highlight Milam and Greene Distillery because Marlene Holmes, the master distiller for Milam and Greene Distillery, just got inducted into the Whiskey Hall of Fame this last week at the World of Whiskey celebration. So shout out to you, Marlene. We appreciate you here in Texas. We love you. We know that you have a lot of history, a lot of knowledge, and a lot more to give and bring to us in the great state of Texas. We appreciate y'all. Salud. And before I let everybody go, I got busted. I had cornbread in my beard, so got me.